I salute our brave Tea Party. And America should too. When all go mad, you shut the government. When all run for cover, you locate blame. And when liberals threaten to offer health care to people who can't afford it, you bounce their check. Thank you, Tea Party. You alone tell truths our founders once surely told, that America is God's word for we don't need any government-assisted health insurance, thank you. And if we did, we sure wouldn't give it to the poor and the unemployable who will probably waste it on bad whiskey and fast cars. And even if they don't, they'll never return the favor by voting Republican anyway, so forget it. Just forget it. Our founders clearly held that truth to be self-evident. Thank you also, TP, for eyes clear enough to see that our nation's manifest destiny means the top 1% of U.S. earners make 24% of our nation's income. When the America haters plotted to snatch our top earners' hard-earned dollars and flush them into the upturned hands of people too sick to bother getting out of bed, you said, no, let them keep it. Let the top percent keep every cent, because that's called America. Huh? So, while many leaders lose touch, our Tea Party well knows the pioneer grit and frontier ingenuity needed to keep that 24% away from the grabocrats in Washington, itching to hand our wealth to ne'er-do-wells and other immigrants who enjoy our emergency rooms while force-feeding bilingual education to frightened children yearning to breathe in the English-only splendor we call a suburb. My point here is that these are real men, thatched into the very fabric of our nation, men who have hiked the cul-de-sacs and navigated the food courts of our great society. Patriots who understand that the backbone of our nation is a closed government, and that the ungoverned society will organize and correct and enhance itself eventually, and in theory, and somehow will not become like, say, Somalia, which, let's be very clear about that, won't be like Somalia. Thomas Jefferson would have said it best, if he'd said it. Keeping outsiders from changing our system made America great. Keeping our money inside our system and away from outsiders, like the poor, will keep us great. And anyway, I can see what he meant. I'm sure you can see what Jefferson would have meant by that.
My God, my God, my God. Because if he existed, which, as we all know, is ridiculous, he would smite these teabaggers on sight. I mean, just when you thought capital punishment was a terrible idea, yeah, we need it back. Now, maybe I'm overreaching, but I'm not. These are tea Nazis. Stormtrooping the barricades of civilization, blitzkrieging even the hallucinations of what is still decent. And worse, they totally interfere with my mail-order white wine delivery because I use the U.S. mail. And luckily, well, I stockpiled weeks of tofu in anticipation, but still, no wine. You know how depressed I get, especially at night, if I can't find my wine? This is a true crisis. These teabaggers are impeding government spending. Do you know what happens when you impede government spending? Life becomes unlivable. Unlivable. As in, I would rather die than not spend more of my God-granted, speaking God, figuratively, of course, tax dollars rightfully collected from mean-spirited rich people who I think we can all safely agree stole that money in the first place. Now, I mean this with no disrespect, but come on. No way they deserve their money. There's just no way. It's too much. It's way too much. Now think of it. What better defines modern America than our dreams of deficits and unrepayable national debt? Polite words for, I don't want to pay. Ever. And I don't. And neither do you. Come on. It's Economics 101. From the war in Iraq to that bridge you crossed on your way to work, if we start to pay for the stuff we buy, we'll go belly up in 2 minutes, flat. Instead, we say, put it on the bill. Ah ha ha. But not the Tea Party. Oh, no, not the Tea Party. Fact is, the Tea Party is trying to kill the party and my mail-order white wine. Okie dokie then. In that case, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask your party to leave the party. Out. Now.